Hello, in today's video I will write a review for my English teacher. I have been studying with her for about, don't remember exactly, several months. So I know how he teaches, what the process is, and so on. So let me write a review. Her name is Olga. If you're searching for a teacher, you can write to me and I will contact her, and maybe I'll share her contact with you if you want a teacher, English teacher. Olga is a great teacher. Maybe Olga is the third teacher I have experience with. Third, private English teacher I have experience with. Previous teachers were good, but either the price or methodology was not wasn't ideal, maybe perfect. I don't want to write negative things about my previous teachers. They are good. One was from Georgia, one was from Philippines. Nice people. Previous teachers were good, but either the price or methodology wasn't okay. Perfect. Let's write perfect. So it was good, but not maybe perfect. Yes. Olga, on the other hand, maybe but lessons with previous teachers were good, but either the price or methodology wasn't perfect. Olga offers non-expensive lessons, non-expensive and well-prepared lessons and homework made with how to say it, non-expensive and well-prepared lessons and homework made I want to say that he makes homework special for me, and lessons too, by the way. Offers non-expensive and well-prepared lessons, homework, maybe targeted. I don't know how to say it. Well-prepared lessons and homework. Okay. The teacher adapts to his student, to a student. She selects appropriate materials, maybe teaching materials, studying material, teaching materials. Okay, appropriate educational materials. She selects materials with appropriate um, difficulty levels. She selects materials with appropriate difficulty levels. Um, um, I would like to avoid writing she every time. It would not sound perfect. Okay, let me go from the start again. I want this review to sound more or less natural. Olga is the third private English teacher I have experience with. Previous teachers were good, but either the price or methodology wasn't perfect. I feel that there should be some connector word or phrase. Previous teachers were good, but either the price or methodology wasn't perfect. Mm, maybe meantime. Teachers were good, but either methodology wasn't perfect. Maybe but. Connecting phrases. Let me connecting phrases. Is it even a thing? Additionally, also, moreover, furthermore, again, further, than, besides, to, similarly, correspondingly, indeed, regarding. Contrast. By contrast, although, compared with, conversely, despite, however, nevertheless, yet. Interesting. Linking words, Linking words, transition words, connecting phrases. Additional, alternatives. Whereas, maybe whereas. In comparison, by contrast, another view. Alternatively, although, otherwise, instead. Analyzing results. Therefore, accordingly, as a result of, the result is, the results are, the consequences. Wow, a lot of words here, phrases here. Resulting from, consequently, it can be seen, evidence illustrates that, because of this, thus, hence, for this reason, owing to X. This suggests that, it follows that, otherwise, in that case, that implies. Author, year, suggests that. Cause, reason, as a result of, because, mid-sentence only. Compared with, in the same way, likewise, maybe likewise. Likewise, I don't know, likewise. Emphasizing earlier statements. Introducing examples. For example, for instance, namely such as follows, as exemplified by, such as, including, especially, particularly, in particular, notably, mainly. Rephrasing, and other terms, rather, or, better, in view of this, in contrast. Sequencing, maybe sequencing, first, second, third, another, additionally, finally, moreover. No, moreover doesn't fit my situation, eventually. Summary or conclusion. In conclusion, therefore, to conclude, on the whole, hence, thus, to summarize altogether, overall, following the research of, after analysis. I don't know. Hmm. Examples. Stand. Hmm. Okay. So, Olga is the third private English teacher I have experience with. Previous teachers were good, but either the price or methodology wasn't perfect. Maybe on the other hand, Olga offers meanwhile, meanwhile, let me search for it. Meanwhile, on the other hand, yes, he has said little. Meanwhile, about how he plans to live his life. Mm. We'll buy you some shorts at the weekend, but meanwhile, you'll just have to wear your long trousers. The boys are still getting the mats out, so... What? Oh no, no. Okay, the pizza will be ready in 10 minutes. Great. Meanwhile, let's set the table. Uh-huh. While we're waiting, yes? They arranged to have another meeting in 2 weeks. They have arranged to have another meeting in 2 weeks, and meanwhile the problem is getting worse and worse. The computers should be working again soon. Meanwhile, could everyone get on with some paperwork or something? I think something expected to happen or while something else is happening. Yeah, maybe while, maybe I can use while. Previous teachers were good, but either the price or methodology wasn't perfect. While Olga offers, maybe is offering if we use while. Hmm. Meanwhile and while, they are similar, I believe. I think something expected to happen. Meanwhile, the state granted. Mm, meanwhile, remain undisputed. The direct and immediate costs, meanwhile, were largely concentrated in the public. Maybe while. Yes, I believe while can be used as connecting phrase. Connecting, linking word. Linking word. Linking words. While, before, after, when, until, once, as soon as. While and whilst. While or whilst. I think they're similar, very similar. Would you like something to eat while we are waiting? Yeah, present continuous. British English prefers an S for words like realize, organize, and industrialize, while American English prefers Z or Z. Realize, organize, industrialize, less common, whilst English prefers expressing a contrast. Yes, contrast. And in this case, we see that there's just present simple is used. So while doesn't require you to use present continuous. I believe it depends on the exact nuances of meaning. While the phone rang, she answered it immediately. When? The phone rang while we were having dinner. Yeah, it's prolonged action, and this is short action. Yes, so it's like contrast. We spent a while, typical error. Well doesn't mean the same as when. Yes, it's not the same, yes, but very similar. Maybe while in this case. Olga is the third private English teacher I have experience with. I have experience maybe learning with. Can I say that I have experience? I believe it's abstract noun. Have experience learning with. I don't think I need to use articles here because experience is uncountable, learning is uncountable, and in this case it's like an abstract idea, I believe. Previous teachers were good, but either the price or the methodology wasn't perfect. While Olga offers, no, doesn't sound right. Maybe meanwhile, maybe but either that price or methodology wasn't perfect. Okay, let me try to translate for my native language. Doesn't work. Happens sometimes. Meanwhile. Okay, maybe meanwhile. Let me search for meanwhile examples. Meanwhile examples. Meanwhile, I'll start making dinner. You can set the table. Meanwhile, I'll start making dinner. Collins Dictionary. Meanwhile, heat the oil. Meanwhile, pushing. Meanwhile, I'm off to discuss. You needn't. Wow. You needn't worry. Wow, interesting contraction. I'll be ready to greet them. Meanwhile, I'm off to discuss the flowers party with Felix. Almost 4 million households are in debt to their energy company. Meanwhile, suppliers' profits have doubled. At the same time. Yes, at the same time. Okay, maybe meanwhile it's okay here. I have experience learning this. Previous teachers were good, but either the price or the methodology wasn't perfect, in my opinion, or for me. So they are okay. It just doesn't fit for me. Meanwhile, Olga offers non-expensive and well-prepared lessons and homework assignments. It's a plural case, plural form. So we don't need the here because we are talking it in an abstract sense in this case, I believe. Non-expensive and well-prepared lessons offers the non-expensive. No, the teacher adapts to her to as teacher adapts to students maybe needs and level of fluency. Adapts to the students needs in this case, maybe, I don't know, and the level of fluency. No, I'm not talking about concrete students, so, but I'm talking about needs. They are concrete, and the level of fluency, I don't know. Let's ask ChatGPT, maybe. Complicated writing in English and speaking in English. Wow. Grammatically correct and sound natural. Okay, but my question wasn't about this. I was interested in the usage of articles, definite article in this case. Okay, I believe it's more or less okay. The teacher adapts to the student's needs and the level of his or her fluency, of the level of fluency. She selects materials with appropriate difficulty levels. So she selects materials with appropriate uh, difficulty levels. All the studying is conducted, very formal, is done, maybe it's done on an interactive educational platform on an interactive platform. Uh, uh, so Olga uses contemporary teaching approaches and approaches. She adapts to the student's needs and the level of fluency. She selects materials with appropriate difficulty levels. All the studying is done on an interactive platform. Olga uses contemporary teaching approaches. Um, and her lessons uh, are targeted. Mm, I want to say that she teaches you. Uh, she noticed your pronunciations error, and we study grammar rules, and and we train listening, and so on. So it's well-rounded, maybe well-rounded. How to say it? I'm not sure if this is a word even. No. Yeah, well-rounded education system. Well-rounded education. Yeah, I knew that this word can be used in this context. Maybe in my review it doesn't fit well. It doesn't fit well, yeah. Okay, let me try to start again. Olga is the third private English teacher I have experience learning with. Previous teachers were good, but either the price or the methodology wasn't perfect for me. Meanwhile, Olga offers non-expensive and well-prepared lessons and homework assignments. The teacher adapts to the student's needs and the level of fluency. She selects materials with appropriate difficulty levels. All the studying is done on an interactive platform. Olga uses contemporary teaching approaches, and her lessons and during the lessons we maybe practice all the skills needed to improve one's language, I don't know, ability. Olga used contemporary teaching approaches, and during the lessons we practice all the skills needed for one's improvement, maybe. For one's improvement. I'm not sure about this phrase. Olga used contemporary teaching approaches, and during the lessons we practice practice of the same. Practice. 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 Noun is practice. Verb is different. In UK, see. Stop. In UK English, practice with C is noun, and practice with S is verb. In US, practice with C is used both as noun and verb. Okay. So I like UK English, so I will try to use this rule, but it doesn't matter that much practice, okay? So verb with S, noun with C. In my case, we practice, it's a verb. Okay, let's use C. Okay, contemporary teaching approaches, and during the lessons we practice all the skills needed for one's improvement. So reading and understanding text, listening. Okay, reading, listening, a bit of writing, maybe. Yes, we don't write a lot. Maybe we can improve on that matter. But writing is similar to speaking, so more or less, but it's a bit different at the same time. Yeah, maybe, but she sometimes give me exercises for writing. Okay, it's contemporary teaching approaches, and during the lessons we practice all the skills needed for one's improvement. Reading, listening. Okay, a bit of writing, and of course, speaking. The teacher doesn't monopolize the lesson time. Teacher doesn't monopolize lesson time, maybe because it's abstract idea, maybe their lesson time, because I don't know. Okay, let me ask ChatGPT in this case. It works. It's very slow for some reason. Wow, just doesn't it isn't responsive at all. You're very close. There's a small subject-verb agreement issue. Yes, the teacher. S. I don't need this S. Doesn't monopolize the lesson time. Yes, plural should be don't, not doesn't. Why not doesn't? It thought that I'm talking about teachers, as in plural. Okay, is the needed here? Great question. Why so long? Your sentence is appropriate if you're referring to specific teachers. If you're making a general statement about teachers in general, you can drop the okay. I'm talking about specific teacher in my case. So the teacher doesn't monopolize the lesson time. And doesn't monopolize the lesson time and doesn't interrupt you. Teacher doesn't monopolize the lesson time, doesn't interrupt you. On the same time, but on the same time, she'll maybe she provides corrections, pronunciation, hints, and other helpful comments every now as she sees appropriate, maybe as she sees appropriate. Complicated sentence. I'm sure it's incorrect grammatically. The teacher doesn't monopolize the lesson time and doesn't interrupt you, but at the same time, she provides corrections, pronunciation hints, and other helpful comments as needed, maybe as needed. Okay. As a person, Olga is nice to talk to, and very how to say it, very and is very polite, and is very polite. As a person, Olga is nice to talk to and very polite and I don't know, nice. And cheerful, maybe. No, cheerful is about, it's not appropriate here, I believe. Teacher doesn't monopolize the lesson time. It doesn't, and doesn't. Teacher doesn't monopolize the lesson time. Maybe. And she doesn't, maybe just a comma. The teacher doesn't monopolize the lesson time or interrupt you, maybe, or interrupt you. But at the same time, she provides corrections, pronunciation hints, and other helpful comments as needed. If Olga doesn't know something, she honestly says so. For me, it's maybe I don't need to comment on this. If Olga, maybe, and if Olga doesn't know something, She honestly says so. It's a good habit, I would say. As a person, always nice to talk. Is nice to talk to, very polite, and how to say, it's not depressed all the time. The person always nice to talk to, polite, and maybe cheerful. Personality, maybe traits, words. Brave, adventurous, ambitious, intelligence, amusing, adaptive, calm, maybe calm. Yes, it's good. Creative, cheerful, generous, aggressive, no. Optimistic, anxious, cautious, energetic, faithful, maybe calm, maybe. As a person, always nice to talk to. She is polite, uh, calm, and girl. And something girl, maybe. I'm not sure about this word in this context, but she is a girl. Hmm. As a person who is nice to talk to, she's polite, calm, and maybe cheerful. Cheerful. Happy and positive. Maybe just positive. She's nice to talk to, she's polite, calm, and positive. I believe it's okay. So, it's my review. Let's read it more. One time, once more, yeah. Olga is a third private English teacher I have experience learning with. Previous teachers were good, but either the price or the methodology wasn't perfect for me. Meanwhile, uh, Olga offers non-expensive and well-prepared lessons and homework assignments. The teacher adapts to the student's needs and the level of fluency. She selects materials with the appropriate difficulty levels, maybe. Because it's a very concrete thing. Maybe the okay. All the studying is done on an interactive platform. Olga uses contemporary teaching approaches, and during the lessons we practice all the skills needed for one's improvement: reading, listening, mm, and of course speaking. Yes, writing is long. It's long to write. I just want to be very honest in this review. So maybe it's not 100% correct to say that we practice all the skills needed for one's improvement. It depends. I said that my goal to Olga, I said that I want to speak in English and understand. Yes, but I don't remember if I mentioned that I would like to be able to write correctly, of course. So I don't remember it. So Olga used contemporary teaching approaches, and during the lessons we practice all the skills needed for one's improvement. Reading, listen, maybe a small bit of writing in this case. A bit of writing. Okay, maybe just keep it like that. A bit of writing and of course speaking. Maybe I need comma here, I don't know. small bit, a little bit of writing maybe. A bit of writing and of course speaking. The teacher doesn't monopolize the lesson time or interrupt you, but at the same time she provides corrections, pronunciation hints, and other helpful comments as needed. And if Olga doesn't know something, she honestly says so. As a person, Olga is nice to talk to. She is polite, calm, and positive. I believe it's okay. It's okay. It's a good review. She is a good teacher. Yes, her level is not the perfect, but it's enough for me. Maybe I need to write here about this. I don't know. It's enough for me for the time being. And she doesn't have a lot of experience in teaching also. But mainly it's just the only problem with Olga is that her level of English is not like native. Yes, she's around C1 maybe. C1 believe something around there. So and I like to go deep every time I see something, but not all the time, but I would like, for example, if I see article, I would like maybe to discuss why in this case it's appropriate or not and go deep to C2 level or maybe native level. Yes, I believe it's the same, more or less. So it can be problematic if your teacher is not C2 herself, yes. But she told me in our first contact, first chat, so we talked before we started the lessons, and she honestly told me that her level is not C2. Yes, so it's okay. Okay, let me publish this review. Do we have any 200 characters? Okay, and you need to avoid obscene words. Okay. Grammarly doesn't like my text, especially but at the same time. I was thinking that it's on the same time. Let me try to search it on the same time, at the same time, on the same time, versus. They both work and have different usages. At marks a specific time. In, no, not in. So maybe at the same time, I don't know. English. Let's try to search for English. At the same time.
To work on a bike, but at the same time, he's in some ways a conservative.
74,000 results. Okay. On the same time.
Blog, and you can find a full report. And tune in next week here on the Live Wire, same time, same place.
No, it's different phrase. The same thing.
Really like that, right? So it's got those two levels going on at the same time. But you could go, yeah, okay, I see what you mean, right? It does sound.
Newfoundly, he would no longer operate on the same time as the rest of us.
Russia and up in Montreal, and all of them need to operate on the same time, so we picked Greenwich Mean Time.
It can be very spicy, but on the same time, be prepared with a sweet molasses.
But sometimes different cultures don't necessarily operate on the same timetable as we might.
Moving on the same time scale.
On the same time scale, so it's different. So it's better to say at the same time, I believe.
To work on a bike, but at the same time, he's in some
to be on their smartphones at the same time.
We have to be hard.
Feel like we're living in two realities at the same time.
And I realized at the same time that it is okay to be an outsider.
Multiple readers and multiple writers at the same time, it has one single truth.
Controlling flooding at the same time.
In history, William.
Yeah, maybe at the same time is better. Pronunciation. Also, don't know. Okay, I don't want to perfect it. It's like I write, yes. So other people will see my level. It's okay. Olga is the first private English teacher I have experience learning with. Previous teacher were good, but okay, that's it. I will publish it, and again, if you need a contact, maybe the contact, maybe a contact of my teacher, you can write to me, and I'll ask you her, and so on. So have good luck with your English studies. Bye.